It does really bad things to my hair. I use it wisely.
I almost just want to let that go. Yeah. Welcome, everybody, to PAX East 2015. Your first day is just about over. You didn't go see the bands, so why don't we get a little music going for it? Yeah. This is the royalty-free version of Uptown Funk that I made this morning. We're licensing it out for like air conditioner commercials and that sort of thing. Well, we're all pretty proud of that. Hello. My name is Jeff Gersman. I'm with GiantBomb.com. It is a website about F1 racing. And I'm just excited to see so many F1 fans in the crowd tonight. They say it's a European sport, but Boston knows about open wheel racing. Boston knows. We've got the whole F1 fandom crew here. We got Vinny Caravella.
That's right. Hi, how you doing?
We've got Brad Shoemaker, who's a big wrestling fan.
Hi.
Alex Navarro, who doesn't like anything whatsoever. And Dan Reichert's just happy to be here.
There we go. Yeah.
Last night, I believe it was at dinner, we were out with Max Temkin from Cards Against Humanity. And he said, hey, you guys should come with me. We'll go get on the show floor early. I'll get you guys exhibitor badges. We'll run around and do dumb shit. And Vinny and I said, okay, yeah, sure. And then this video is what came out of that. I haven't actually seen this.
Let's play it.
So I haven't seen it yet, but hey, it's probably fine. I have to hit play on it.
Hi, it's Max from Cards Against Humanity.
Hey everybody, I'm Claire.
I'm Jen,
We're here in Boston.
the Big Apple.
We are here right before PAX opens with our exhibitor badges. The rules for having an exhibitor badge are pretty cool. You get to come on the show floor early and set your booth up. But the key thing is that you cannot share them with anyone, especially members of the press or the media. So naturally, I've invited my good friends, Jeff and Ginny, and we're going to go around the convention center and see how much trouble we can get in.
Yeah. Hello.
You guys ready to go try and drive a forklift?
Absolutely.
Now I'm gonna say this once again.
Excuse me, sir. What are you rolling?
It's a chair for an exhibitor.
Can we get which booth are you heading to?
Cocoa cucumber.
Can we get a ride over there?
Yeah, go ahead, jump on.
Cool. All right. I can get used to this. This is like a proper PAX experience. I mean, I feel like I feel distinguished. Hi, how's it going? What are you showing here? You're playing ism? Cool. I'm not really into isms. All right. That was no getting off now. Still down well. I feel like it's like a drop. You drop. Like it's shooting down. Like
Could I purchase a We Vibe 2 here? We Vibe 2? I don't want to...
I see.
How is this not a vibrator? How is this not a giant vibrator?
I really like doing Stand By Me, but you gotta stop blogging me on Tumblr. It brings in all the crazies.
We're gonna call Rich Gallup, who's part of this company. Is Rich here at the booth? Hey, buddy. How you doing? Pretty good. I'm sitting in the captain's chair at your booth, and I can't help but notice you're not here. You're big time, and you show up later. Okay. Everyone here is making real good faces when I say that out loud. How about it? He said he was too important to be here.
Hey!
Hey!
Are you in charge of the Twitch stage? Are you in charge of the Twitch stage?
Oh, perfect. Perfect.
All right, let's go. Alright, here we are on the Twitch stage.
Here we are.
Fuck we want.
Here we are on the Twitch stage, taking over.
Security's pretty lax around here.
Yeah, security is extremely lax. There are Twitch people.
Not even looking at us.
Welcome to the broadcast. We're ladies.
There's a lot of important equipment back here that no one appears to be watching, caring about.
Oh, sorry, dude.
Oh, that guy just made eye contact with us and he's walking away. Hey!
Hey,
Hey,
can we talk to you real quick?
is it okay if we sit back here?
We're allowed to sit back here?
I suppose so.
What's your role at Twitch?
I'm on the partnerships team.
What does that mean?
So when a channel grows to a certain size, it makes sense for them to monetize their stream. So they run ads and they have a subscriber button, and I take care of them and make sure.
So they make like, what, 6, 8 cents off that?
It kind of feels like you should be paying us
Yeah.
for providing some booth entertainment.
If I could, I would pay everybody, but
Okay. Okay.
Well, go ahead.
Yeah, by all means.
Are we like,
Yeah!
Anyway.
I'm a professional video gamer!
don't let us be in your way.
They're just about to open the doors.
Yeah, we've got a bunch of people lined up over here. They're batting beach balls around like it's, I don't know,
like it's
PAX
pandemonium,
East
it's
2011
chaos.
or something. You know, it's pretty cool.
Something
We're going to
never
talk
changed.
to some of these folks here, Vinny, about whatever it is they're
Life.
doing here, life and that sort of stuff. And then
What do you do while you're in line?
Um,
Where do you go in your head?
I just kind of zone out and stare at the awesomeness that's over that way.
What's the most awesomest thing you've seen from your purview here? Is it this curtain or?
Do you guys mind if I cut in front of you? I've been here the whole time. I was just in the bathroom for a minute. Yeah, thanks, man. So, could you guys move your stuff a little bit for me? Thank you. Just make a little room. I don't like to be touched. Is that all right?
Can everybody hear me? All right, just a quick announcement. PAX East has been canceled. If you could all head out the door, and we appreciate it, and we'll see you in Seattle. All right, come on, motherfuckers.
Let's go! Take me! Take me! Come on!
All right, hello.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Oh, what do you think about
Welcome
the
to PAX?
PAX?
What do you today? Hi, thank you very much.
Why
What
does
did
the
I
guy
make?
have a ukulele?
What? What game did I make?
Great. Okay, yeah. His mom.
Oh, yeah. I did a really good job on it.
Do you think
Yes,
the ukulele is a good
Yeah, thank you very much. What's your favorite card?
Of course.
The last night was the
I mean, do you have like? Do you think you should have more than one ukulele? Is one enough? One's
I
enough.
wrote that one.
One's enough ukuleles.
totally
I think it's
did.
pretty good.
Yeah,
Do you think you have two ukuleles? You can play them both at the same time.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Okay.
Hi, does anyone would anyone like an
Thank you guys so
autograph?
much for waiting in line to meet
Thank you
us.
so much.
Thank you guys so much for waiting in line
Well.
to meet me.
Hi.
It means the world to me. Where are you going?
We're so happy you're here to meet us. We're
Where are you
so happy
going?
you're here to
Thank
meet
you
us.
guys for waiting.
Any autographs? We're happy to sign autographs right now. It's a very limited autograph signing time.
Autographs from us will always be free. Does
Yeah.
anyone want a free autograph?
Anyone want an autograph?
What do you think about the North Face? You're wearing this.
Hey, what are you looking for at PAX today?
Hello, we're working away. Hello, hi. How are
You
you?
know where they are?
Good. Your facial hair is making me nervous.
Okay. What are you going to see after that?
Sir, you seem to be wearing a mask.
All right, bye.
It's great. That's fantastic. Hello. What will the truth? You said the truth will change me. What do you think about wearing marketing like on your T-shirt like that?
It's a good thing.
It's a good thing. Everyone loves marketing. It's pretty awesome. We're near the end of this line. How do you feel about being at the end of this line?
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, so thanks to Max and everyone at Cards Against Humanity for getting that together for us. Now you don't have to go to their panel tomorrow because I think they're just going to show that again. So everybody wins. Yeah, there's a lot of time saved. So here we are, Boston video games. They're back, right? They're back in your town. I know everyone's been like sitting here just going like, it's so cold and there are no video games, but then they brought the video games back to town. And that's pretty exciting. We spent a little time playing some of those video games around here. And, you know, like maybe we could talk about them and then maybe you could go play them tomorrow, which seems like a service that someone should provide. Dan,
Yes,
you spent some time on the show floor today.
I did.
Yeah, how'd that go?
I played several games. I think my favorite one was Axiom Verge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you people like Metroid, but it's a pretty good game, and Axiom Verge is basically like a new Super Metroid. Jeff, I know you played some of it.
Yeah, I messed around with it a little bit too.
We haven't really talked about it yet. Like, I am enamored with this game. Do you like it too?
Yeah, it seems like really cool. I mean, it's dangerously close to Metroid in some ways.
Like, basically everything Metroid does, this does, except for you can change your weapon with the right stick.
Yeah.
But that's not a problem, because more 2D Metroid is pretty great. What was the last one? Like, Fusion?
Sure, yeah.
Like, Other M doesn't count for anything, right?
Tell me about the Chozo statues.
Right. But no, the soundtrack, everything about Axiom Verge was incredible. The boss fights were great. I did an Oculus demo, which I was actually super confused when I first went in, because every Oculus demo I've done has just been with the Rift. And I walk in and it was a bunch of Samsung Gear VR stuff, and apparently I missed some headline like, are they working with... Drake's laughing at me. Apparently there was a thing that happened that Samsung is going to be using Oculus technology?
Yes, the Gear VR is like a mobile focus.
Right, so there's going to be 2 different devices?
Yeah. So
okay.
It's like Oculus tech applied to mobile phone helmet with the... What did you see on it?
Well, they had, like, in the middle of the room was the Samsung stuff, and that's what I thought I was going to do because they had all the controllers and everything. But they ushered me into the side room, which was the actual Oculus Rift. But yeah, they have you stand on this pad, and there's no controller or anything, which confused me at first. But it's basically this slideshow of different scenarios you could be in, like, oh, here you're in this museum and a T-Rex is coming after you. Or the best one I saw was like kind of a BioShock Infinite style city, and they have you on top of the skyscraper, like looking down at all the traffic below. And it does a great job of actually getting that feeling in the pit of your stomach. So yeah, it's just like, hey, here's all this stuff it can do. Here's you on an alien planet, and some alien whose eyes follow you, and you can wave at it or whatever.
Did any of that seem like it might be a video game? I feel like that's the, you know,
no.
like there's so many demos, and like they're all really cool, but like I don't want to go see the shark again.
Like
I want
that
to,
stuff,
you know, like...
That stuff just sounds like my anxiety, like manifested into a fucking Oculus demo. Like, I don't want any of that. I don't want fucking alien eyes and fear of heights in my Oculus. Like, that's terrible.
To be fair, it looked like a very friendly alien. He was waving at me and making cute little faces.
There's no such thing.
Oh, he was very nice. But yeah, it's just a lot of things where it's like, hey, here's what a like 3D platformer would look like. There's a big Unreal 4 thing where there's a robot shooting and a bunch of dudes going down shooting in slow motion, and like a can will fly past your face and you can look at it and it says Oculus Soda or whatever on it.
But you can look at the can, you guys.
It was pretty cool.
The future of video games is here.
I bought into everything that was in that demo, and like, yeah, it doesn't seem like a game, but implemented into a game, like it was just showing potential, and I'm totally on board. I'm gonna wind up buying like 6 different VR headsets just because of how much I love this stuff.
Yeah, that's I guess like the new worry, right? Is, you know, there's gonna be these different platforms that can play VR, different standards and stuff like that, and will the games be cross-compatible in some way between the hardware, you know.
Well, and that's the thing.
Are we going to end up with like an early Guitar Hero Rock Band situation where nothing works, or a late Guitar Hero Rock Band situation where everything works?
Right, and I've only tried the Oculus over these past few years at conventions, so I don't really know what the Samsung thing is like, or, you know, obviously Valve's thing. So what I've seen of Oculus is awesome, but I don't know how that stands up to the competition or whatever.
Yeah, I just keep, I don't know, like I'm a believer in VR, you know, like you put on the headset, you mess with it. Did anybody go through and try the demo out? A lot of people, some people make it through. It seems like it's a pretty long line. You're clapping, okay, good, great. Fantastic, you're enthusiastic about it. I'm enthusiastic about it to a certain extent, you know? Like...
I do know.
Yeah. You do
Every day.
Every day.
You come in the office.
I walk in there, I grab Brad, because he gets in there before me every day. And I say, Brad, virtual reality is coming.
Some days he's just like, VR.
Yeah, some days it's more of a whisper, just depending on how I'm feeling, you know, once I get in. But like, obviously it takes time to get this stuff right, and everyone's like slow boating their stuff to a certain extent to make sure they don't fuck it up, because last time no one wanted to shoot the pterodactyls and the VR died, you know, a horrific death. But like, they need to start making more games. I feel like the only, like, I'm trying to think about games. There's the platformer that Lucky's...
The Lucky's Tale?
The Lucky's thing, yeah.
I did that at one of the last PAXs, and that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But like, even playing like Half-Life 2, that's a game that's 11 years old now. I've played through like many hours of that on the Rift, and I think it's incredible.
It sucks shit. You're crazy. Like
Did you like calibrate it right? If you do it right, it's fucking awesome.
No, but you're taking an existing game and throwing it into this thing, and then it's like, well, your head's kind of a mouse, but kind of not, and you know, it's not. No. The games need to be built for it. This is what we went through with phones, right? Where it's just like, we're gonna port bullshit to your phone and fuck you. And
I'm more optimistic about it though, because like if a game that came out 11 years ago that they just threw VR on is that cool, I can only imagine what games built for VR are going to be like.
Remember the bomb defusal game? That's here.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Nobody explodes. Yes, that one. That's a good example of how to use that stuff well.
Yes, that is super cool. You can also do it on like a Wii U, tablet or an iPad. Like any sort of thing. Like the VR is cool, but it's not necessarily the only way to do that.
Sure.
Like I guess I'm looking for things that you can't do any other way to help me make this thing make sense, and like when you take like Half-Life 2 or like I played a lot of Quake 1 and TF2 just to test it because I bought the kit, and it's a lot of neat it's a lot of neat demos that you look at and go, there's tons of potential here, this could change the world. I just need someone to step forward with a product and say, this is our launch game. So like, that's when the Morpheus ships, you'll have this. Or, when the Rift comes out, it'll be, we got this stuff ready. Or when Valve's thing comes out, Gordon Freeman is returning. It's like some kind of thing.
I mean, I would be sold even if it was just a lot of first-person shooters, because I think it just greatly enhances that experience. Like, I don't need this whole new video game experience if it's greatly enhancing the ones I already know.
But the thing with when you get VR into like an existing scenario, like a first-person shooter, for example, like you think about the things that make a first-person shooter work, and it's the feel of the weapon. They use different things to balance it, like how quickly can you pull it up to your face to aim down the sights. And if suddenly that's just your muscles doing that, then how do you balance a heavier weapon like a rocket launcher if you can just lift it up just as quickly? It changes so many things about it. Like that's the stuff I want to see people thinking about, is like, how do we make this stuff work? So like, yeah, you can hold up and aim down sights and do, that sort of stuff and make that make sense.
I mean, I think, Jeff, you and I are on the same page here. I mean, we talked about this before, like, how can we step into the body of a Super Saiyan, right? Like, how can you take on the role of Goku?
Right.
And kind of, rise above and kind of save planet Earth?
How are you gonna know what color your hair is when it's like up here?
Yeah, that's why you have mirrors, dude. It's been around for a while.
Oh, right. Okay.
Wait, working mirrors? It's like Duke Nukem VR?
We'll get there.
Okay.
We will get there.
All right,
Yeah,
Jeff?
Exactly.
Let me sell you on this. One of the demos was a little train set in a little town, like a bunch of miniatures, and you could walk around and bring your head in closer, and you could see the little houses and the train going around.
Yeah.
I take back everything I said. VR's here to stay.
Yeah, right, okay.
I'll pre-order now. Okay. Do I just give the money? Drake, can I just give you the money for this thing? And then, like, how much is it? It's $1, weird. So what else did you see, Dan? Anything else?
A couple quick things. I played Amplitude and got my ass kicked because I've never played Frequency or Amplitude. Like halfway through the track I played, I kind of figured out what I was supposed to be doing, but I still sucked.
Was it that No Doubt remix I like so much?
It was some techno something or other. I don't know what it was, but I sucked at it.
You just described the entire Amplitude aesthetic. Some techno something. Beats.
But one thing
we kickstarted it. It doesn't have a real soundtrack. It's some techno thing. That's how it works, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
One thing I really played though was, that I really liked at the Indie Mega booth was this thing called Move or Die, and I don't know if anybody else played it. And yeah, we got the folks here.
What did you do? Did you move?
So you move and you can also die. But it's very much one of those 4-player simultaneous competitive things, but it cycles through a bunch of modes really fast. So you're 4 kind of like, it's kind of a cartoony Meat Boy look to it. Mm. And so all of a sudden it's going to be like, okay, here's the color mode where it's, one like samurai gun style stage, and you have to like, it's like the old Tony Hawk graffiti mode where you have to like, paint everything your color.
Yeah.
And so you just have to like brush against the walls or the blocks or whatever, and if somebody walks over it, they write over yours, and at the end, whoever has the most blocks, whatever. And then the next one, it just immediately goes into like, all right, now you're playing Stomp, and so you have to be the last one alive, and the only way to take people out is to stomp on their heads. And then the next one will be a race mode or whatever. There's one where like candy shows up somewhere on the map, and the last one to get to the candy blows up. And so it just cycles through all these modes really, really fast. And they're all self-explanatory and really fun.
So it's like a 4-player local multiplayer competitive game, but also WarioWare?
You know what? Sure. Yeah, and I love WarioWare. That's probably part of the reason I love this. Yeah,
sure.
It's super, super fast.
Yeah.
And yeah, I really liked it a lot.
All right, that sounds cool. That sounds really cool. Alex, how about you? What have you been up to?
Oh, I did a little bit of a tour of the floor today. Probably the most interesting thing I saw was something that Vinny, you played. It was that.
Uplay was here on the floor?
What's that?
Uplay is here?
God, I wish.
Do I get Uplay points for going to the booth?
Weirdly, no.
I want to get some wallpapers.
Dude, they're handing out free JPEGs at the booth.
Oh, free JPEGs. Those are my favorite. Paying for JPEGs, that's the old way.
This is a game that was in the Indie Mini booth, which if the Indie Mega booth already doesn't seem like it's taking over the entire show, now it also has this mini booth. It's a game called 12 Minutes, which is essentially a Groundhog Day scenario where, Vinny, describe the premise because it seemed like there was a lot going on there.
So basically, it's like this third person, I would say isometric 3D thing, and you come home and your wife is there. She's in the bathroom. She's like, "Hold on, I'll make you dinner." Make some dinner, you're hanging out, you're talking. She's like, oh, Jeff, you were in there too. She's like, oh, Jeff, I'm pregnant. I'm not really, I'm pretending. But she's like, oh, I'm pregnant. And
with
like,
you,
oh,
I never know.
And then there's a knock on the door, and this guy who says he's a cop comes in and like throws you to the ground and handcuffs you. And then all of a sudden you kind of, he says, you're under arrest, your wife's a murderer, right? And then,
it's a real riot. Right?
And then you snap back, and you're back like right when you enter the house again, right? But you're like, what the hell happened? And your wife's in the bathroom. She's like, hold on, I'll make you dinner. But your character remembers that what happened. So Groundhog's there, right?
Yeah.
So in the closet's a code with a cell phone in it. So I immediately took her cell phone and dialed 911, and they're like, hello. And I said, my wife's a murderer. Come help me out.
And how are you saying that? Is that
I said it first, and then I clicked text on the screen. So
okay.
It was there. And then, just kind of hid in the closet for a while. But then the cop came and handcuffed us. So I tried, and then he snapped back again, right? But this time I grabbed a knife off the table and waited for him to come in, right?
Waited for the cops?
Yeah, waited for the cops
Smart.
to come in.
It's about time.
And then he handcuffed me, and then I used my knife to undo the plastic zip ties.
That's not how I thought that was going to go.
And then the cops stabbed me, and I died. And then I took off the headphones, and I was like, is there a way to get through this? And he said, yeah, and I think it's like one guy putting it together. Yeah.
It's one dude. He's also apparently working on The Witness.
Yeah,
this is the game he's making in his spare time.
Yeah, he's doing The Witness during the day and then this game at night.
And I said, is there a way to get through this? And he said, yeah, it's about 6 hours of gameplay. And I was like, wow, that's a lot of items in that house to go through. It was really interesting.
Huh.
Yeah, the whole premise and the execution of it looked super interesting. It seemed like the way he said there's no one set path to how to solve it. Like you're supposed to just kind of pick up on clues as you go along. The only day you can't automatically survive is the first one,
right?
And then after that, it could take any number of times to actually figure out what how to solve the mystery.
So it's kind of like point and click adventure, right?
Yeah.
But there's a 12-minute clock, hence the name, running all the time, right? So even when you're like skipping dialogue, like I've heard this before, it just fast forwards, right?
Okay.
So you're just moving through time. So at set times, in true Groundhog Day fashion, things will happen. So you've got to kind of figure out how to avoid.
It's like Night Trap.
Pretty much, exactly. It's like a remake of Night Trap.
Great. Yeah, Dana Plato's even in it.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
It was really cool. Very cool. I don't know, I was like, oh, this is awesome. When's it coming out? He's like, dude, I'm doing this in my spare time working on The Witness.
Like you described it as like a prototype. Like it's not even like a full game yet, but it looked surprisingly complete for something that was a prototype.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah. Other than that, I kind of just sort of toured the floor. I woke up today, I've mentioned before, I have some occasional anxiety stuff, so I woke up today basically in the fetal position, kind of just wanting to die a little bit. Eventually...
Hotel living!
Yeah, so eventually I had to kind of leave the show floor, so I ended up spending like 2 hours just playing Darkest Dungeon in my hotel room, which is definitely the game you want to play when you're not feeling great. Just bring it right up. Is that game even here? Is that on the show floor? No? Okay. Well, Darkest Dungeon is in my hotel room if you want to come play it. That game, that is the best thing I've played in a very long time.
He is. He's on the fourth.
Yeah. Alex's hotel room is the real Darkest Dungeon.
Yes.
He has an N64 in there as well.
You will develop some very dark traits if you come into my hotel room.
Yeah. You'll play N64 games.
I've got WCW versus NWO Revenge. We can hang out. It'll be great.
Not a fan. Anything else?
That's about it.
Cool.
Hate when I have to talk.
Brad, you had talked about getting a haircut before the show.
Brad, what beer are you drinking?
I'm sorry?
What beer are you drinking?
Some fucking swill, I don't know.
Dan Reichert beer that was brewed by Andy Hill here. Got my face on the label and the flag.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
It's very good.
Everybody appreciate Dan Reichert's face right now.
Right there.
Thank you. Thank you, Brewmaster Andy.
You're just encouraging him.
So, Brad, did you get that haircut?
Yeah.
Looks good.
Yeah, thanks.
Looks really
Appreciate
good.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. So what's the end game here?
I don't know. I don't know.
Are you
It's
like?
not? I don't think it's up to me anymore.
Nice. Good. It's up to the people.
I think it's up to the hair.
Oh, okay. It's up in the hair.
In fact, I think it's best that I'll let the hair speak for itself.
Thanks for coming, everybody. I want to see you take it all the way.
What does that even mean?
What constitutes all the way?
I mean the hair. I want to see you take your hair to its
Okay.
to the max.
What's the max? How do you define the max?
Let's find out.
Okay. Is this like the international standard for the max?
Yeah. We're going to push the boundaries.
Okay.
We're going to push the envelope.
All right.
We're going to break down some walls.
All right.
Take it to the next
Your
level.
hair's going to be disruptive.
This is like the IEEE standard for hair?
Yeah.
All right.
Did you see any stuff here while you were here?
Yeah. I was walking around with Vinny and Alex.
Saw them. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, they're cool dudes. We were walking around like the periphery of the show where all the little rooms are.
Yeah.
Off to the side, and we wandered in this one room, and there was this hidden gem in there. Because that's how it always works, right?
Yeah.
It's called Steel Battalion.
Okay, I mean, that sounds tough.
This made me
Get
so
this.
happy.
Get this. All right, so you're piloting a walking robot.
Okay, all right, that's cool. I like a mech warrior.
A mech.
Okay, it is a mech then. Okay.
There's this huge controller in front of you.
All right.
It's like this wide.
What?
There's like this one button under glass over here.
Mad Cats make it? Like what is this?
I don't know. I don't know.
All right.
Brad, there's a Kinect one. You can play with Kinect. Remember that?
What's that?
The Kinect one. You can play with that.
Oh, God, that game.
Sure.
Yes.
Oh, that game was a nightmare.
So they have a room full of old ass Steel Battalions here.
Wait,
and old Xboxes,
12
too, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Dude, I'd never seen Steel Battalion before.
okay, yeah.
That shit is awesome.
That shit is crazy.
Yeah.
Like
So let me interject. So they have the room full of it, right?
yeah.
And they have like a guy on a microphone.
Who had like an amazing radio voice.
He had an amazing radio voice. And he's got to walk through a 10-minute, like, join the game, get your mech walking procedure. Okay, everybody, don't touch the stick. There's a red button, not the first red button, 2 down. Everybody push it, hands up. Okay. Now the lights are gonna light up on your panel. You're gonna wanna push your left foot down, right arm up, and hit the green button. All right, somebody didn't hit it. And it was just like,
Now, if you fumble the startup leg sequence, it's okay. There are redundant backup systems.
it was
It's like-
amazing
yeah.
watching everybody. And you hear all the startup, right? It's like this, bing, like from everybody as they're starting up.
Yeah.
But then once they started playing, we're like, you wanna get out of here?
Yeah. It's like, oh, right, Steel Battalion. What a chunk of shit.
Whatever, man. I'm glad that stuff like that exists. That there is just a room full of people that are fucking playing Steel Battalion in 2015 in this convention. That is amazing.
That is really great.
I love the idea that this organization keeps those controllers in storage somewhere all year. It just wheels them out for this thing.
Yeah.
I don't know who would want to buy a bunch of big plastic controllers in their house, you know? Like, seriously,
Exactly.
Who would do that,
That's
right?
like an old, like, that's just, that whole thing is just doomed. There's no way that's gonna ever come back, ever again. Ever.
Ever?
Ever.
What are you guys talking about?
What have you been working on?
Steel Battalion.
Steel Battalion? Okay, yeah, no, that's cool. That's smart. Yeah, bring it back.
Do I have to buy a new Steel Battalion controller?
It's compatible with the old Steel Battalion.
Oh, that's awesome.
Maybe.
Does all my Steel Battalion DLC carry forward into the new Steel Battalion?
So
How's the tilt sensor?
What if I played Steel Battalion on the PS3 and then I want to play it on the Xbox One?
We can't help you.
No.
Sorry.
No? Drake, can you help out with this?
Let's see what we can do.
Okay, great. All right.
Can we get some
you
news
guys
for it?
should meet and talk. That'd be useful. Steel Battalion, I stole a table in my house and just put it in my bedroom and had the controller all set up on it, and like really wanted to give it a go. Really was like, okay, I'm gonna see what the hell this thing's all about. Like set up Steel Battalion, try and get like okay at this thing. And I probably had it there for 2 months. And I would just play it like sporadically, just like once a week, once every few weeks, be like, all right, let's get back to this fucking thing. Never made any sense at all. Every time I kept playing it, it was just like, okay, now I have to stomp all the way across this map to shoot one thing, and like this mission design is lackluster at best. And when you, like, the one thing I'll say is like, if I remember right, when you died, it erased your save.
That's if you didn't eject, I think.
If you did, yes,
if you didn't
right.
eject
if you
in time,
didn't,
it would
if you
erase
didn't
your
eject, it was like fuck you and erase your stuff. Like that's.
I like that.
That's a cool idea.
Do you remember
someone should make death permanent. There are no games that do that anymore.
Do you remember when Kojima wanted to make a game that if you died, it like burnt the disk in the drive of your system or something? Yeah. I love the idea of that.
I do remember that.
You just have to buy another game?
You bring that up like 3 times a week, so yeah.
Do you remember when Kojima came out of that bathroom at that E3 party?
He was holding that rolling rock.
He was holding a rolling rock. It was way cooler than this burning up disc story. They were porta potties.
Right.
It was E3. Anything else, Brad?
No.
Great. Vinny, you saw 12 steps?
12 monkeys.
Okay.
12 minutes.
What'd you think of 12 monkeys?
12 Mondays?
No, 12 monkeys.
Oh yeah, what about it?
What'd you think of it?
The movie?
Yeah. I think this is a TV show now, actually.
Yeah. It's a great movie. It's a great movie. Is it a time travel movie?
Maybe.
Or
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe.
It's a great movie. It's okay. It's all right.
I drank in the movie theater.
For 12 monkeys?
Yeah. I don't remember liking it. I don't know. No, the drinking. Thank you. See, that's amateurs up here. It's you and me going places.
Yeah, that's kind of all. Well, we walked around a little bit, but that's kind of all I really saw.
Talk to me about Dragon Ball Xenoverse. Seriously, what the fuck?
What do you want to know? Ask me anything.
What do you think Pinto Bean is doing right now?
He is saving the known universe. He is probably training very hard in some kind of intense gravity or hyperbolic time chamber. If I had to guess.
Is this a game that like might suck in people that don't know anything at all about Dragon Ball? Because the things you've said about it sound kind of interesting, and then I feel like I'm falling into some horrible trap where I'm going to play it and go, oh wait, this is total dog shit like all the other Dragon Ball games. I can stand in the sky. Who the fuck does that?
I want to bring joy into your life. I want you to experience the Dragon Ball. You're gonna hate it.
Okay.
You're gonna hate it so much, but you should totally try it.
All right.
And we should join a team together, and we should run around, and we should do this.
Okay.
Take it to the max.
Oh, you want to take it to the max?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's all you needed to say.
Yeah. We're
gonna take it to the Xenoverse, and then once we get there,
take it to the max.
We're gonna take it to the max.
You, me, and Brad's hair.
All right. Well, that's it, I guess.
All right. Thanks, everybody. It's a sign.
It's a sign.
Why did it get all pride in here?
It didn't.
What?
It did. It did.
Vinny, I also see some dispatches from you, from Alex occasionally, from New York.
Yeah.
Which is a place in the world you could go. Don't, but you could. You guys have been setting up equipment there. Every third email sounds like it's on fire, or
and it's weird because we send like 8 a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like the math doesn't work out all the time, but it's fascinating. Anyway, what the fuck is going on in the New York office?
It's weird. It's a weird office. So it's like it's the corporate office, right? So it's like, it's not necessarily, a bunch of hooligans running around making video game content. It's like guys and ladies in like suits, that have offices. And like, we're in there, and they're like, hey, let's play some Dragon Ball, right? And they're like, no. So like a really good example of that is our corporate network in New York, right?
Yeah.
That anytime you want to access anything video game related, puts up like a screen that's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, if you need to click like I accept and we're looking at your IP address, why are you checking this dumb site giantbomb.com, right? Like, and I'm like, okay, I can deal with that. But then it also blocks access to like Xbox One servers, and, like, places, which kind of gets in our way sometimes.
Because you figure all those sales guys are always bringing their Xbox Ones in for like LAN party night.
Right, so I understand why you had to put those blocks in place.
Yeah.
But then, we were like, okay, well, obviously we need to have access to this. And they were like, no, you don't. We're like, no, yeah, ha, ha, ha.
But Vinny, you forgot the best part, the best thing that it blocks, which is our own chat servers.
That's true. We can't access the chat. So we were like, obviously we need to fix this. And they were like, okay, here's the fix. You get your own internet.
They are
like,
literally building us.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
a
so
new
we're
network.
Can I come?
We're
Yeah,
pleased
you
to
can come.
announce we're starting over and building our own internet.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. We've got Al Gore on board.
I mean,
He's really
Riot
sick.
can do it, right? I mean,
So yeah, like it's like weird stuff like that. That's like they're running like their own like Verizon Fios line in there, just for that room. It's weird, and I understand it, but it's definitely different. We're gonna get air conditioning in the studio at some point, which is kind of cool. I'm excited about that.
well, if it's only kind of cool, then they should probably work on that.
Well, yeah, right. It's gonna be hot. Yeah.
Now, Vinny, have you gotten any word on whether they're going to fix the thing with our vent where the people who are in the podcast room, we can actually have conversations with them through that air vent?
I don't think they should fix that.
You think that's a feature, not a bug?
So they built. There's a podcast room next to our studio that didn't have any ventilation in it. So they took like a knife and cut a hole in the vent. So now there's just a hole in the wall so they can have air. It's madness in there.
This is a corporate office.
Like corporate, because we're part of. Let's talk about corporate structure for a while. We're part of CBS Interactive, which is like not actual. Like we're not LL Cool J.
Maybe you're not.
Well, yeah, fair enough. It's like the internet part for the most part, and then there's like CBS Ask CBS. Are you in there with CBS Ask CBS people, or
No.
is it still internet people?
I don't know sometimes. I don't know. How do you tell them out? You have to put like the glasses on to see them?
I have no. Yeah, if they have the glasses that reflect the CBS I logo, then they're really cool, and B, they're
I don't know. They could be commingling, but I think it's mostly interactive.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a real CBS office that we don't get to go to. We have our own floor in this other building for all the dumb internet things, and the real CBS goes, and they are America's most watched network, and they don't include us in that stuff.
No, we are America's most viewed website, though. I can confirm that here today, but only America.
But everybody there they are super nice, and they're like, there's just problems that you come to, and they're just like, what? Like, what? And it's like, they're like, oh, okay, I guess so. And you just feel like you're kind of like living at like your parents' house or something. And they're like, what are you doing? Like, I guess.
I'm starting a band. We need a room to put the band in.
Can you do it like after 5 or something? Like, all right, I guess. I don't know. He wants to play video games. Like, I don't know. But we're getting there, and they're super nice. And I think like another 2 or 3 years, we should be up and running.
Great, outstanding. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
And then we are embarked on an adventure to find a third person for your New York office.
Indeed.
Right now, and that person is we're getting close. We're getting pretty close.
Then we'll have to change seats and everything.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, they're gonna have to move us closer to where the. So this is an internet office, so there's like a pool table because that's how.
Okay, so it is
internet companies
internet.
work.
Okay.
Yeah.
All you had to say was pool table, and I was like, okay, internet.
Yeah. So they're gonna move us closer to the pool table, which will be super great.
We're pretty close to a ping pong table. It's not. It sucks. Like I feel like anyone who has time to play ping pong during the day, just fire him.
Right. Well, that should be the litmus test, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Fair.
Like, you have a camera pointed at the ping pong table, and if anyone like before 5 walks up and goes, "All right, bro, let's ping pong," it's like, all right, if you could just get your shit.
It should say that. It just says it on the back
Nah,
of the
just put
paddle.
trapdoors underneath each side.
Yeah, exactly. It just slides them out the door. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, so that's there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that we're working on. We've just started talking about the next installment of the big live show live. Yeah, which we're pretty excited about.
I'm psyched.
Yeah, so we're gonna get these New York guys out there for that, and the current tentative date, the date we have marked out, is April 29th, which is a Wednesday. So that's that. Now you know that, and we're
take that
planning
day
on
off.
getting some shit together. It'll be, it's a big crazy all day live stream. We'll do some business.
Yeah, don't write that date down.
Yeah, don't tell anyone the date, because you never know.
You never know.
If they have internet or not, that's kind of all.
We should just start booking guests right here.
All right, yeah, all right.
Who wants to be in?
What are you doing?
Anybody?
You guys want to come out?
Hey,
Let's guess. We actually are
You?
talking about
You?
No, of course not. We want people to make video games, not bullshit, not podcasts. Gotcha. Yeah, so it's been crazy this year. Like last year was really good for us, and we grew a lot, and this year it's like, okay, well, what do we want to do from here? There's a lot of different directions we could go in, and we've been kind of going down some different pathways with like different podcasts, like wrestling, and Alt F1 is back. Drew and Danny O'Dwyer are back for another season of open wheel racing, which I know you guys are super psyched about. I can tell. Yes, fucking A. And just experimenting with kind of different things along those lines, and just kind of figuring out what to do next. It's like I feel like when we started doing stuff, we were able to kind of when we launched the site. It's like, okay, well, what do we want to do? We kind of fumbled around for a while and kind of fell into some things that worked and figured out some different paths, and like, okay, well, let's do quick looks, let's do this sort of stuff, and I've kind of continued along those lines, and it's been cool. And we've done interviews, and we've done fewer interviews, more interviews. We've gone to events, skipped events, that sort of stuff. So it's about kind of figuring out what that balance is and bringing this new person in. And then figuring out like where to go from there. So it's actually been a lot of really exciting just talk right now behind the scenes about like, okay, well here are all our options. Let's just throw darts and just figure out like what's the dumb shit we're gonna do this year.
And then they're like, don't throw darts in the office. What are you doing?
They hate it when any kind of that stuff in the office. They're just not a fan. Turns out that even though we're an internet office with a ping pong table, it's still a corporate ass office. They're gonna make us clean up the cardboard, I think. I know, I was pretty bummed out too. But there you have it. Yeah, it's been some crazy stuff going on, but we're getting there. We're getting some stuff together. New York going well. Brad being Brad. Dan doing what Dan does. I'm not sure what that is yet.
It's fun.
Yeah. Dan's actually in charge of fun. He's like the CFO.
All right, yeah.
The chief financial officer. I don't know what you thought about. Like we just gave him the budget and said, figure it out. I don't know.
All right. I'm figuring it out.
Now let me ask you something about the direction of the site.
Sure.
You were on a panel earlier today.
Yeah.
About game reviews.
Game reviews, yeah.
How do you feel about game reviews these days?
I think they're really boring.
Okay. You know that we do game reviews, right?
Yeah. Opportunistically, we do some game reviews here and there.
Should we keep doing game reviews?
I don't know. I go back and forth on it. It's one of those things where, like, we've spent a lot of time, a lot of years. I think, you and I certainly, and everyone's written their share of game reviews over the years, but, like, you and I have definitely been a reviews team for the longest. And I think there's a certain segment of people that kind of expect some of that out of us and want more of that out of us, and then, it's just a matter of like, well, is that the best way to be spending our time, or is, like video, it's not just the future, it's the here and now. So, would our time be better spent on that sort of stuff? So, it's a lot of just kind of like, where do we want to go with that stuff? I think that it's probably time to revisit the way we review games. And I think that's true for everyone that's doing it, because it's, the audience is just more and more fragmented. Think about like what happened in television and movies and just all of pop culture. Like, it seems like games have finally gotten to a size where that's happening now too, where there's no shared experience anymore. People used to be able to rally around, big television events. Like, everyone was watching Friends, right? Yeah.
For a while there, yeah.
Friends fans, let's hear it. But now it's, when you look at television, it's like everyone watches the Super Bowl, and a lot of people watch the Oscars and that sort of stuff. But like, there are very few events that like bring all of, like large portions of society together. And everyone's got their own cable channels that cater to them, and like everyone's off in their own weird hole doing their own weird thing. And video games have like really gotten to that point as well, where there are tons of them now. Like, you look at the Steam new releases page, there's like 30 games coming out a day or something. And half of them are Android ports for that are like $3. And you're like, how did this even get on here? And is like reviewing, and especially like going and reviewing all those games, like the best way to cover them? Probably not. Probably not. And I guess I got to a point where it's like, as much as I'm like a fan of like the kind of small team stuff and the independent spirit and just like a lot of the different, genres that are kind of coming to fruition, and really thriving because of that mentality, I find that I miss big games. And it's weird, but because I don't miss blockbuster movies. I'm not like, man, they need to make more dumb summer movies. Like, I just don't care about movies so much anymore. But I found myself, it was while I was playing The Order, and it was like, this is a big game. It's too bad it's not good in any way. And I was at this point where it's just like, I miss like these big, meaty, tentpole things of just like, this is a big, crazy, expensive ass video game and it's awesome. And it's like, increasingly it's like, here's this big, expensive video game and it's doing the same thing the last one did because we're too scared to take the risks. And you look at something like Destiny's like risky in a lot of ways, but like they blew it in a lot of ways too, Brad.
Oh, I know.
When was the last time you played?
I don't know.
Right, nice.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like 5 weeks?
Okay.
Wow,
That's longer than I thought.
Like, I'm not like addicted to Destiny or something.
Yeah.
Fuck what you heard.
Yeah, sure, yeah. Well, but I guess that's my thing, is like I miss a lot of the big stuff.
When do you think that changed, though, like in your mind?
It was probably when I got way into Call of Duty last year, and found myself playing more of that than I played of it the last few years, probably combined. Like it's a good year for that game. It's not like they're reinventing the wheel or anything. It's still like you shoot dudes and you keep shooting dudes. But like that's like the competitive multiplayer that I find myself drawn to, and not the more strategic stuff like MOBAs and that sort of stuff.
Well, so outside of like Advanced Warfare, what big AAA game in recent years has really grabbed you?
I don't know. Yeah, it's like
you like Far Cry?
Yeah, Far Cry 3, probably.
Not
I mean,
4?
Far Cry 4 is really good,
Yeah.
but it's more Far Cry 3. So I would probably say Far Cry 3, just by virtue of it being like kind of a new thing. I'd like to see a new like big Need for Speed game. They skipped a year, and that's like a dumb thing to say in some ways, because like who's looking forward to a new Need for Speed game? It's like, it turns out I am, because they skipped a year, and I'm like, oh man, hopefully they're making something awesome, or hopefully they're making a Burnout game.
Yeah.
Like, don't worry, they're not making a Burnout game.
They're never going to make another Burnout game.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's tragic, but then that's the EA motto. That's tragic.
It's a business built on tragedy.
Yeah. Challenge everything and pack up your desk. Yeah, so it's just, I find myself feeling like a little lost in that end of video games these days because it's stuff like the first parties aren't really doing it the same way anymore, you know?
I mean, like, there's going to be a new Zelda this year for Wii U. Like, does that do anything for you?
Maybe, I don't know. I feel like that's in I'll believe it when I see it sort of territory because they're showing like they're going to try and take this big break from tradition with it. But I think they have to prove it. Like they haven't earned that. Especially because the last couple of Zelda games have not been great.
Wait, you liked Link Between Worlds, right?
Yeah.
Well, a couple of like the big console Zelda games. So like Link Between Worlds is amazing, but like Skyward
Twilight
Sword.
Princess and Skyward Sword.
Yeah.
But what if they incorporated some of the stuff they put in the Link Between Worlds into the Wii U one, like the dungeon order, that type of stuff?
I guess, yeah. I mean, yeah, I think that's a step in the right direction.
I mean, I think
if it plays like The Legend of Zelda, then at some point it's like, that's still kind of a known quantity, even if they're kind of changing a lot of the wrappings and trappings around it. Like, it's still that sort of game, right?
Hey, I just picture a 3D Link Between Worlds, and that's like everything I want. You know, I don't want Skyrim Zelda.
Yeah, I don't either. Like, it's the thing that people kind of like, oh, look, it's this open world. It's going to draw inspiration from Skyrim. And it's like, I really liked Skyrim, but it doesn't mean I want that to be applied to every single game. I mean, especially like if we're going to end up with a Fallout 4 here sometime over the next year and a half or whatever it ends up being. Like I don't know that I need The Legend of Zelda to become that. I want The Legend of Zelda to find a new path, because that's been Nintendo at its best. Is kind of like, well, we're kind of blazing trails here and doing things. And I think like taking elements from other popular games, that's kind of the last thing I want to see Nintendo do.
Yeah, I don't think they've used that.
That said, I think Splatoon is cool, and that's just a competitive shooter. So I don't mean, maybe I'm fucking crazy, but
I don't think they've used that language, though. I don't think they've insinuated that this is going to be the Skyrim Zelda. They've just talked about it like, the open world, dungeon order type stuff. Link Between Worlds did not completely change the genre of what Zelda is. And again, I just want the 3D that.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Like my problem with Zelda isn't that you have to do the dungeons in a set order.
That's your problem with it?
No, that's not my problem with it, So like if they just break the order in which you have to do the dungeons, like sure, that's an interesting idea, but it's more like, well, like the 3D Zelda games have all kind of rotated around this very similar concept of control and that sort of thing, and the boss fights are very much like they're Nintendo boss fights.
I can think of one 3D Zelda that kind of broke the mold.
Yeah?
Yes.
Tell me more.
Well, the timing is great. They just put out a remake of it on 3DS.
Really?
Yes.
I have a 3DS.
Do you?
Yes.
I've got the game for you. We'll talk after the show.
Okay, great. I'd love to hear more.
Yes.
That sounds really exciting.
It is.
God damn it. Oh, Jesus.
It's really good.
We have a special announcement to make here, as I understand it. If I'm reading this right, we have Eric Pope, who's going to have a special announcement for the crowd here. And I'll just say, take it away.
Thank you.
What? Take it away.
Thank you, Jeff. Guys, you can go.
Oh, okay.
We're being dismissed. Okay.
Go pee.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. Dan, please stay.
What's that?
Please stay. Please sit down.
I thought I would get the pee.
Dan, this is not a time for talking. We just want you to listen.
Okay, yes.
Okay. I'll do my best. It's hard. There's not confidence monitors here. It's hard to hear what I'm saying when you're up here. It's a little weird to do this. There's a lot of people here. This is sort of the best time we could find. Everyone's schedules are really busy, so sorry to do it in front of everybody, but we just want to see how you're doing, Dan. It's time for a little check-in.
I'm genuinely confused right now. I want to put that out there. I have no idea what's going on right now. Okay. Okay, yeah, okay, I feel better. Okay, yeah. All right.
I don't want you to be confused.
Oh, Jesus Christ, what is this?
You're in a safe space. Now, I just went into my library, and I wanted to start with a quote, if that's okay, to kick things off. All things truly wicked start from innocence. Ernest Hemingway said that. And Dan, I think your fans would agree what they love about you is that exuberant innocence that you just project in everything you do. Is that correct? Fair to say?
Thank you. Thank you.
I think you're very loved for that reason. You're a very lovable guy. Your friends and I wanted to bring you here. There's a limit. There's like 12,000 people here right now. A couple million watching at home. And you actually have a lot of influence on these people. There's a lot of young minds here, a lot of teens, maybe some tweens. And you have just a lot of influence on a very impressionable generation of kids, and we just wanted to talk to you about that. But we realize, like, an intervention is not the way to do this. We know to get right to who Dan Rickert is, to really get your attention. Sorry, Reichert. I always call him Rickert, sorry.
You've known me for like 6 years.
The best way to get to Dan Reichert's heart and to get him to listen is with game mechanics and a lot of money. So we're not going to do an intervention today. No, Dan, we're going to do a game show. Welcome to Win Dave Lang's Money! All right, John Drake and Dave Lang are going to join me on the stage right now as we unveil what's behind the white curtain here. That is a real deal motherfucking money booth. That is no joke, it's not a prop. It's an official booth,
Eric,
full of money.
I'm not kidding, I've always wanted to do one of these things.
Okay. He's always
and
wanted
I'm
to do
also not
this.
kidding with me not knowing this was happening, so this is great.
We knew this was the right way to get to you, so John, why don't you take it away?
Hey guys, there's a lot of things that the attendees of PAX do. Some of us make friends while we're here. Some of us make games. Some of us make content. Dave Lang and I, we make money.
Skrilla.
Straight up.
We stack fat stacks. All day, every day.
Every day. So the way we're gonna play this game, Dan, the intention behind this game, as Dave pulls out stack upon stack of dollars. That one opened.
Hang on. Do I have an actual chance to win this real money?
Yes.
Okay, I'm super on board with this. This
I
sounds
thought you
great.
might be. Dave, it's working. Our psychology is
All
working.
right.
Self-made
There's
millionaire
plenty more.
Dave
There's
Lang.
plenty more. We're good.
Plenty of money where that came from. Thanks, Brad. Really, yeah. So Dan, our hope is that with the impressionable hearts and minds of everyone here in the audience, everyone watching at home, and all the people you speak to every week, because for some fucking reason, Jeff Gerstmann lets you on the Bombcast. No matter how many emails I send him asking him to stop.
It's incomprehensible.
It blows everyone's mind. The terrible bar you took us to in San Francisco, all these things combined make me want to say, Dan, we need you to be just like, even just 5% more of an adult.
Okay.
Not a lot.
Can I pretend?
Yeah, just 5% more. So what we've done here is we've written some questions specifically tailored to things that you've said in the past with the hope of you being able to select the adult answer.
Okay.
For every adult answer you select, you're going to get
$100.
No shit.
There are 6 questions. If you manage, on the table in front of me here, I believe is $1,000 in singles.
Checks out.
You'll get $100. I mean, I don't trust Dave's count, but it's his money, so.
No, I got it from a bank. They know what they're doing.
If you get all 6 questions right, you get all $1,000 thrown in the machine. We're gonna give you 60 seconds to catch as much money as you can shove into your body parts.
Oh, man.
I'd also like to just add here, if any of you work for the IRS, technically this is from off laundering.
Yeah, the Cayman Islands laundry business that we run.
Basically, this is invisible money as far as the IRS is concerned.
Yeah.
That's what I was told by my accountant.
Don't worry about it. Accountant, you tracksuit CPA? Is that, yeah, Frank tracksuit CPA?
No, well, yeah.
Anyway, so let's get to the questions. Without further ado, Dan, are you ready to win?
Hang on. I want to make sure I understand the rules, John.
Please, yes.
So there's no joke here. I just have to pick the most adult answer on the board.
Yes, we're hoping that we can, through suggestions, start leading you towards adult behavior gently. So for some things, with some like outward hope that you become more of a person.
Like we know these aren't what you would really answer. We understand that. We hope just by you vocalizing adult things, it will be like a pattern ingraining thing.
Yeah.
Like I have met numerous adults. So I got to put myself in. I got to put my. I'll think of what my dad would do in this situation.
I would not do that.
No.
Wait to
the
run
adult I've
directly.
known the longest.
Yeah, Dan, wait to run directly to the heart of the problem that we are trying to avoid. This is not. Yeah, don't do it. Yeah, let's move on. Let's get to the questions. Let's start with question 1. Dan, you're giving an important presentation tomorrow morning. How are you going to prepare? Are you going to, 1, stay up all night running the presentation over and over and exhausting yourself? 2, briefly review the material one time thoroughly and then get a good night's sleep? Or 3, stay up all night watching Tuesday Night Titans on the WWE Network? What was your answer be, Dan, for $100 of Dave Lang's money?
And again, this is not what I would do.
Well, I mean, we're hoping to make it what you... Yeah, sure, fine. What would you do?
I give the adult answer.
What's the most adult answer you can think of?
Well, I feel like I would be exhausted if I went with number 1.
Okay, good.
Because, I'd be doing it too much. I'd be up. I wouldn't get... Sleep is very important. So I think number 2.
Dan went for number 2. Let's see what the answer is. The answer is number 2.
Good
Correct
job.
answer. $100 of Dave Lang's money. Hold on. It's going in the fucking booth. I'm not going to give you $100.
All right, I'll get it later. Okay, all right.
This is neuroscience. Right now, like pathways in his brain that have never been touched before, they're getting electricity. It's happening. You're whistling.
We are feeling the reward center of the mouse stepping on the button that gives him the cheese, and we're watching it happen in real time with Dan Reichert.
Science.
Dave, let's go to our next question. Go ahead and read it out.
Sure. Question, Dan. Your date likes Mexican food. Where do you take her? 1, ask friends for recos of Great Place in the Mission. 2, make tacos at home, so much cheaper. 3, there's a Taco Bell nearby, and Taco Bell is pretty great.
Watch as he struggles to resist the answer we think he wants.
I see where you're going with this. I love Taco Bell, and I'm cheap, but I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
Also, I don't trust my own cooking ability.
Wow.
So I'm
Okay,
not going to
progress.
say number 2. I'm going to go with number 1.
Let's see what the answer is. Number 1.
Boom.
More stacks. This is the most drug cartel behavior we've done in recent memory.
This is pretty good.
I'm feeling pretty good
This
about
is pretty good.
Let's get to our next question. Let's keep this rolling.
And last time you got a bear suit also.
I did get a bear suit last time, so this is a big step in the right direction. The next question, Dan, question number 3. Finish this. Live theater is 1, really fucking stupid. 2, an outdated art form. Or 3, a collaborative form of fine art that uses live performers to present the experience of real or imagined events before an audience, aka pretty much what we're doing right now. Dan, your thoughts?
I think we should all take in and appreciate live theater, so I'm going to go with number 3.
Number 3 is the correct answer. $300. He is sweeping the board. We're halfway there, and you've already won $300. Well, you won the opportunity to get $300. How you feeling? Feeling good?
Oh, wait, so all this just goes into the stupid
Yeah.
booth? Oh, I thought I had that.
This is the guy who can figure out how to
barely
change
hear
masks in Majora's Mask, but he can't figure out how this fucking money booth game works. This is why we're doing this game. Jesus Christ. Question number 4, Dave, take it away.
Dan, quick cue. Dan, how would you describe Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze's soundtrack? Number 1, it's the best songs of 2014.
Top hits.
Number
now
2.
This is what I call soundtrack 2014.
With a little hindsight and in retrospect, pretty good, but not outstanding. Or 3, I can't tell you which songs were good and I can't tell you which were bad, but I know I love that soundtrack.
Best of the year.
I could give the real answer, but I think that's going to result in less money.
Okay.
So 2?
Yeah. Number 2. Yes, incorrect. Number 2. $400. 2 more questions, Dan. Question number 5, going for a sweep of the board. You find a time machine. What do you do? There's a box in your office labeled fucking time machine. Do you go to see Leonard Skinner in 1974 because of your love of Freebird? Do you go back in time and kill Hitler, or do you acknowledge that time travel is not possible and don't get in the box in your office? Your answer,
Okay,
Dan.
this one's difficult because
Perfect answer.
I'm optimistic and they say it can't be done, but maybe, you know, science will get to a point.
Let me interrupt you and
Yes.
remind you this is for $100. To be an adult for once in your fucking life.
Wait, is the adult thing to not be optimistic and say that it can't be done? Well, I guess I
Dan,
can't ask that.
tomorrow you go into your office and there's a box that's labeled. Let me help you with the question. There's a box labeled time travel machine tomorrow. Not 30 years in the future when you will not be alive. There's just no way. I mean, I probably won't be either. We're going down together.
For the record, I'm optimistic. Hopefully we can time travel at some point, but
for
I feel
$100.
like if it was possible, I would kill Hitler, for the record.
For the record, you're taking a strong anti-Hitler stance.
Yeah.
So, just to remind you of one other thing, if you get, like, it's 100 for each one you get right. If you get all 6 right, it's 1,000.
Yeah, double your money.
Fuck. So I know you really want to say Hitler. Be an adult. Let's ingrain some pathways. Remember the neuroscience. Make it happen.
Become plastic in your brain. That's a thing.
I'm leaning towards 3, but it's so pessimistic.
Help us help you, Dan. Help us help you.
Fuck.
You're gonna need your answer. This bit can't go on forever. People have questions for Giant Bomb. For some reason, also for you a lot of the time. Our question is...
Time travel literally is impossible.
So please acknowledge it for $100, you fucking crazy person.
So you guys made this quiz and you say time travel is impossible.
Yes.
Number 3.
There we go. Number 3, $100.
Reward him. Reward him.
Yes.
Reward him. Okay. That was hard. That was very hard.
Thank you all.
That was the easiest question in the deck, and it took 3.5 minutes.
Oh, that kind of
would
makes
like to
sense,
kill
though, right?
Hitler.
That he would fuck that one up.
I know. So, Dan,
I would super kill Hitler, though.
Dan, he was not only kill him, super kill him to death.
Yes.
There's a last question here, Dan. It's a free response, not a multiple choice question. For the remainder of the $500 on the table, Dan, can you please tell us? Go ahead, Pat. Oh yeah, okay. Whenever you, yeah. Can you accurately define what a mortgage is? For $500, a down payment on what could be a mortgage.
What? Does any answer involve Tom Nook?
Does not know. Well, if you want to use Tom Nook as a proper noun in the context of a real answer, then yes, but otherwise no. Don't make this a fucking Tom Nook related response. So, But how are you going to make the framework work, Dan? Dan, what's a mortgage? Tell us. It's okay. It's okay to admit you don't know, but it will cost you $500.
And we know the way it looks, it doesn't look like it should be pronounced mortgage.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like that, but that's mortgage.
Mortgage.
Okay.
Wait, is this not multiple choice?
This is a free response, Dan. Oh, we are awaiting your answer.
Oh.
I said that. Didn't I say that? Am I losing my shit?
did.
God damn it.
Okay. We're being positive.
Let me
Trying,
gather
yeah,
myself.
stay happy, stay
keep it
positive. Dan, I'm not going to yell at you. What's a mortgage?
Let me gather myself for a second here. It is when you want to buy a house, you talk to somebody in a suit at a bank, and you convince them that you're an adult that's responsible.
So this is the process to get a mortgage, not
Yes.
actually what a mortgage
What
is.
is the mortgage itself?
This is the process by which you would get one.
Yeah.
Let
and
me
which is-
take the long walk.
Go ahead. Stroll
Okay.
around. We didn't think this was going to take 20 minutes, but you know, that's where we are.
A bank gives you money when you convince them that you're responsible enough.
Okay.
And so the bank technically buys the house, and then you pay the bank back.
Dan, I am so proud of you. That's legit. That was legit.
Oh my God. I'll be honest, I didn't see that coming.
I did not.
I did not see that
We
coming.
did not see that coming. All right, Dan. Dan, I think it's time to get in the money booth for 60 seconds of Win Dave Lang's Money. Come on down.
These
We're
are
gonna throw
all
some money there.
singles?
Oh yeah, they're all singles. Here we go.
Is that a soundproof booth? They just told me that they needed 6 minutes of time and wouldn't tell me what it was.
That's it.
Unfortunately, due to journalistic ethics, you're going to have to give Dave Lang back all his money.
The collusion machine.
Yeah, I got that.
When people write about this, are they going to describe that as a money box or a collusion machine? If you give it all back, they call it a money box. Otherwise, collusion machine.
All right, that's the end of our bit. We're going to sit back down.
Those guys. John Drake, Dave Lang, Eric Pope, Pat Bear, who's under here. Dan Reichert, ladies and gentlemen.
Good alternate
I got
title.
like $8.
Well, unfortunately, you cannot keep that $8. Lord knows reviews have been purchased for less.
Good alternate title for that segment. Dan Reichert is a liar.
Well, Jesus Christ.
A lot of weird shit's happened in San Francisco since I've been gone, huh?
Yeah, it's been a little weird lately. You guys have been in a bunker. You've been out having like 9 kids or whatever you're doing.
Waiting for the apocalypse. Got to work the farm.
Yeah, exactly. You're both waiting for the ice cold apocalypse.
Yeah.
All that. Meanwhile, out in San Francisco, we've been having a good time.
Oh, have you?
Oh yeah. We have a good time all the time, every day.
We've been having a good time too.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Sure. So you guys, we're going to get to questions in a little bit here. So get ready for that. But someone who handed me this Tim Allen autobiography, Don't Stand Too Close to a Naked Man? Still here?
It was Wilson.
Okay, there you go. You seem to have earmarked, you've marked certain section of the book here as if you want it to be read, and that's where I stopped reading. That's where you stopped reading. Oh, okay, all right. Well, I'll do you this service then, and we'll just continue on a little bit here, because I did open it up, and Tim Allen's wit and wisdom, I think, could help a lot of people, especially in this day and age. I give you page 89. Women are people too. What do women want? A good question when Sigmund Freud first posed it. A good question now, and probably a good question 1,000 years from now when aliens have overrun the Earth and they're trying to figure out the answer. To discover what women want, we first need to thoroughly understand them. Comprehending women's habits, needs, desires, and the difference between a dress and a skirt is really the key to a man's peace of mind and better relations for all. Easy, right?
Oh?
Thank you. Thank you. Here's what I know for sure. Women are not the opposite sex. They're a whole other species. And that's it. Short chapter. Good night, folks. Try the veal. I'm here all week.
Wait, he wrote that?
He wrote that! Okay, let's not give up so easily. Unfortunately, as you know from reading this far, women are...
Oh, what are they? Tell me, Tim Allen.
Pretty much a mystery to me, which at least makes my obsession with them completely justifiable. Just the sight of a pretty woman makes me want to make dinner reservations.
Tim Allen doesn't have a CBS show right now, right?
Tim Allen has a website.
Oh, God, fuck.
Fuck Tim Allen, Jesus Christ. I can't read much more of this because it's too fucking much. Okay. Fuck. Tim Allen said this, not me. I may be a guy's guy, but I can't take a man on a date and get away with it. But because I often talk about women, no. Let's back that up. No, I'm not. Fucking Tim Allen. But because I often talk about women as if I know what I'm talking about, I'm occasionally asked by complete strangers what a man should look for in a gal.
Oh, no.
Yes?
The answer is easy. Breath. She should be alive.
Oh, it doesn't say that.
I feel like that could have been so much worse.
Right away, you'll be ahead of the game, and once you've established the presence of her vital signs, you can take your time looking deeper into the abyss.
Oh, it got worse.
And then he doubles down on that. Trust me, it's an abyss.
Jeff,
but don't take too long. Women hate to be kept waiting. Fuck. God damn it. Is that seriously where you stopped reading? You didn't set that up because it's the fucking darkest, most evilest shit? Jesus.
Do you want that book anymore? No?
Did you
We'll give it a good home.
I want to be in the money booth.
It's pretty fun. I run the show now. Oh, wait, no.
So any questions?
It's not as windy in there as you think it is going to be. Kissing at the time was pretty much sex as we knew it. Visit Tim Allen's message boards for more pearls of wisdom from the man. He's got a lot to say on a variety of issues, the afterlife, all sorts of stuff. What is it? It's the information exchange, I believe it's called. Idea exchange. I'm not lying. That looks tame compared to... All right. We've got some microphones here for Q&A. If people want to ask questions of us, we are ready to accept your questions. Make them good questions or spectacularly bad questions. I don't want any middling questions here. Come with your A game or your fucking F game. And, you know, speaking of F game, Tim Allen, his F game is on point, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got some stuff after the Q&A. You don't have to leave. Ah, well.
No, whatever. They leave. They miss the bullshit.
Did it really say those things in that book?
What?
Did it really say those things?
No, that was all me, man. No, that's in that fucking book. That was a full chapter. Go ahead. You have a question. Let's hear it. Hello.
Hi. This question is for Vinny and Jeff.
Hi.
Hi. A while ago on the Momcast, you got an email from someone from Oyster Bay.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as you read that, Vinny went, Oyster Bay. And Jeff followed along. One of my coworkers is from Oyster Bay, and he doesn't know what you're talking about. So I was just wondering where that came from.
That's a great question.
Yeah, that's a really great question. Thanks. Next question.
Hey, y'all.
Hi.
I've been a watcher of the site for a couple years. I feel like I can understand most of the people on the panel pretty well from watching them for a while. I have a question for Dan, though, that I feel like I don't understand him until I know the answer to this, which is, what the fuck is up with Air Force Gator?
What's the question?
What the fuck is up with Air Force Gator?
What?
What's he doing right now?
He's hanging out. He's doing good.
No, I don't want to know what he's doing. I mean, like, why did you write that?
Because I found out you could self-publish books. And somebody said Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, and I thought he said Air Force Gator.
You were telling us this story last night.
And I was drunk on a Greyhound at 4 a.m, and I wrote the outline because that seemed like a thing to do, because I couldn't sleep.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Is that like the final piece of the puzzle? Like it all makes sense?
Yeah.
Hello, yes. It's a very nice shirt.
First of all, we didn't see you at PAX Prime, Vinny, so congratulations on your daughter.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks. Great to be back.
Vinny, tell me about women.
Well, Jeff, some people call me a man's man. No, they don't. Yeah! You know what I'm talking about? Yep. Continue.
Isn't that the same as your Max voice?
What's that?
Isn't that the same as your Max voice?
My Max voice? That's my, yes, I learned everything I know about being a man from my 3-year-old. It's in my new book.
You guys were talking about your new podcast, and you recently started Films in 40s, and with the premiere episode, Rocky IV. I was wondering what are some other movies you guys might be interested in commentating over, and...
My Dinner with Andre.
400 Blows. Is that a movie?
I think Alex and I, we're going to do Doomsday, because that's the best movie of the last 400 years.
Yeah.
Which movie?
Yeah. Doomsday.
Definitely.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. It's, Dan and Drew are always experimenting, getting weird, and, gave that a shot. I think it's pretty cool. And, yeah, we'll see if we end up doing more of that, just kind of a little test, funning around. So, I don't know. A lot of people seem to want something to listen to while they watch The Substitute.
Yes.
You know what I want to listen to when I watch The Substitute?
What, Alex?
The Substitute.
The Substitute. Exactly. The soundtrack is banging. There's a lot of really great stuff on there. And then there's the part where Tom Berenger throws the cocaine in the water, goes, Dade County, South fucking Florida. And it's just, it's so good. It's so good. Don't watch The Substitute 2. What's your question?
None of the Treat Williams substitutes, no.
Thank you.
Hey guys, my question is, which is better, The Rock the wrestler or The Rock the movie?
The movie.
It is the movie. The Rock the wrestler is incredibly charismatic, maybe the best mic man of all time. Could work a really great match, pulled his own in some WrestleMania main events, but he's not the best wrestler ever. The Rock is one of the best action movies ever, so the movie.
I feel like you have to give Dave Lang $1,000 now.
I got 2 more up here I forgot to throw in the thing.
Great, all right. Yeah, I would also say the movie. It's a fantastic movie.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you. Criterion Edition.
Yes.
They only make those for good movies.
Like Armageddon.
Like Armageddon.
Hey guys, so Metal Gear Scanlan is currently on Metal Gear Solid 3, and we're fast approaching the current upcoming Metal Gear release. So is that going to be too close to spoiler territory when you get there? Do you guys plan on going that far? Are you going to do Peace Walker and Ground Zeroes?
All we know for sure right now is that we are going to do 4. I love the idea personally of doing Peace Walker co-op, because that's one I haven't really gone the whole way through myself. I've done like portable ops and stuff, but there's a lot of options if people want more. We can do Rising, and then once 5 is out, who the fuck knows? But yeah, we're doing 4 for sure, but we'll see past that.
Everybody checks my body can't cast.
I have faith in you, Drew. You can do it.
I'll play MGS4. Whatever, man. It's the best one. Yeah.
It's a good one.
Hello, yes.
Dan, when are we going to get you watching some anime?
I did.
No, I mean,
I watched Akira.
Oh, come on. I mean,
He drives an Acura.
You watched what?
Akira. Akira? I'm trying to remember how they said it in the movie, but it was like dubbing, so I might be wrong. But no, I still have a stack. I think the next one I'm watching is Redline, and then...
Yeah, okay.
Wow, some Redline fans here, I guess. And then something about Titans and some wall or something. What's the... Ian's shaking his head. What is it, Attack on Titan? That's it? Okay, all right.
Someone sent in a Ninja Scroll Blu-ray, and that's like one of the few that I've seen, so I stole that to watch it again.
What's the Killzone one? The one where the Hellgast were kind of based off?
That's,
Ju-on? No, that's The Grudge.
Yeah, it is a Grudge.
Yeah, what am I thinking of?
I forget what that's called. Jinro.
That's it,
Yes,
that's it.
Jinro.
Yeah, it happened.
Yeah, it's like Killzone, and Killzone's cool. Yes. Hello.
Hi. Huge fan. You're awesome. Keep up the good work.
Thanks.
So I made that Commander Reichert game. And, talking to the forums, we're kind of like putting together a game jam based on like Giant Bomb themes and stuff. I know you guys are super busy. What would be a good time to hold it so that it would actually fall into a time you might actually have time to like check out this silly, stupid stuff we're making?
Check out the stuff from the Game Jam. I mean, it's, like the times for us that are like a little less busy end up being places where we try to plug in stuff. So like April is not always a busy month. So that's why we're trying to do the big live show then and that sort of thing. Then you get into the whole E3 run, and then post E3, there's a little bit of a lull before things get hot for the holidays. So those are kind of the 2 periods there.
Thanks.
It's a cool idea. Hello.
What's up?
I don't know. Just hanging out. Boston, right? I'm wearing like thermal stuff under my pants because they told me it'd be cold. And I mean, yeah, sure, it's cold, but like, I'm inside most of the time. I'm fucking burning up.
Anyway, so I was sitting in my...
Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah. Yep.
Bravo.
So how do I recover from that and not look like a dumbass?
No, you have to say what?
How do I recover from like that situation right now where everybody laughed at me and I don't look like a dumbass? That's my question.
All I heard was echo up here.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
How do I not look like a dumbass?
I'm sorry, could you say it a little bit louder, please?
I think he likes the Yankees.
Wow, you're fucking with me. Holy shit.
No, we're definitely not fucking with you.
Totally.
Oh, are you saying? You're saying, how do you not look like a dumbass?
Yeah.
Too late. I'm sorry.
Oh boy.
Oh shit.
I can't.
really can't.
What am I supposed to say?
Hey.
What am I supposed to say, Pat?
It's right there. It's right there.
It's fucked. It's fucked. Hello.
Hey, Jeff and Drew. Do you guys have any recent thoughts on more travelogue content, specifically the raid?
We have so as I was saying, like last year was pretty good for us. So, you know, we're looking to grow and expand and do more stuff. And part of that is a bigger travel budget. We haven't allocated what we're doing yet. We've talked about TGS, we've talked about Gamescom, and, you know, we're hoping that something like that can happen. I'd really like to get out there and see the world and film some stuff. So it's possible that this year will be the year, but every time I say that, everything gets derailed and super fucked up, and something tragic and personal happens, or, you know, just like, you know, top to bottom, you never know. So I'm not going to commit to anything. We'll just hopefully get to do that at some point.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Hey guys, how you doing? I just want to know, do you guys have any games that you play regularly or always go back to that you know in your heart of hearts are terrible games, but you can't stop?
I played a lot of Destiny.
Yeah.
No, it's I like to play Bimini Run for the Genesis, and that's not a good game, but I sure like it. Anyone else?
I got pulled in earlier this year to do a speed run of Big Rigs at Awesome Game Stone Quick. I'm not going to go out on a limb here and say that I enjoy playing that game, but I cannot escape it.
Yeah, sometimes games just become completely linked to a person and you can never escape it no matter how hard you try. People keep bringing it up forever and ever. It's weird that way.
Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah, that's the one I was talking about.
Hi, question for Alex and Vinny.
Hey.
What is your criteria for the games you quick look? I asked this because of you two. I now know the horror that is Black Bay Asylum.
Oh, that game. Oh, fuck, yeah. Definitely don't play Black Bay Asylum, but do check out Black Bay Asylum. That game is something.
I'm going to rewind back to that other question. It's Black Bay Asylum. I could just go back to that, and I could play that forever. Just keep going back. The criteria is, like, if it looks interesting, you know, like, we kind of just every week go down and see what's out. Black Bay Asylum won that week. And we check it out, you know. If it's mediocre, we'd probably go for either incredibly good or, man, this needs to be unveiled to the world. And it's up to you to decide what Black Bay Asylum is.
You're doing a great service. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Hey,
hello.
Hey, hi, hey, how you doing? I have a two-part question.
Okay.
Part one is, how do I get into games journalism?
Finally.
Oh, what? I'm serious.
Yeah.
Just been dying to tell everybody.
Yeah.
Part two is about ethics in games journalism. Should there be ethics in games journalism?
Sure. You don't, and nah.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah. No. It's, you know, a lot of people like to talk about the ethics end of games journalism, but, you know, no one actually cares about it, which bums me out sometimes. Yes, hello.
Hey, hi. So I have a confession to make. I don't actually have a question.
Okay.
I do have these ketchup Lays. I smuggled them over the border.
All right,
Canada.
Canadian chips. Let's see them.
Put them in the booth. Dan, get back in there.
Now it's my dream.
Ketchup chips are weird, man. Yeah. And it's hard because I really like ketchup, and I really like chips, but I don't want ketchup on chips. I want ketchup on chips, meaning fries. Yeah, it's probably illegal. At least it's not like fully dressed or whatever. That stuff's like, it's like poison.
That's not real food. That's. What border did these come over? Okay.
Oh. These things. This is shitty food. Thank you very much.
I want to make sure I don't go to that country.
All right, we got time for a couple more here. Oh, sorry. I missed. Yes. Hello.
Hi. Am I close enough? Can you guys hear me?
What?
Okay. So first of all, I want to say thank you ever so much for continuing with Giant Bomb. And I really enjoyed the website, and I don't know how you guys did it after what happened with Ryan, but thank you. It means it means a lot to me. I know it means a lot to a lot of people here. So thank you for that. We mentioned F1 at the beginning of the panel tonight. I wanted your opinions on IndyCar, and in particular, the driver with perhaps the best name since Dick Trickle, Will Power. He is a real driver in IndyCar.
IndyCar is like F1's like just punk ass cousin. You know, it's not real racing until you can take it around the world. You know.
Well, they actually.
No, they don't. They fake that stuff.
It's like wrestling.
It's like the moon landing.
Yeah.
Hello.
Given that this is going to be a bit of a tough question, but given
You
that,
need to get up on that microphone.
this is going to be a tough question, but given that you guys are friends with Harmonix and one of you used to work for them, do you honestly think with the announcement of Rock Band 4, the music even have a shot at coming back? Even myself and even amongst my friends, we're very iffy and we really do not want to buy plastic instruments again.
You really don't want to buy plastic instruments again?
Sir, I think your bias is showing, but I would like to know, what do you think?
Turn it a survey. Jesus. All right, yeah. Run your marketing
We
survey.
do a lot of surveys at Harmonix now. I want to hear from you. If you had to relaunch a beloved multi-billion-dollar game franchise, how would you do it, sir?
Put them in the booth with the chips.
But I mean, like, I think that it's a risk, but at the same time, like, I want there to be more Rock Band. You know, I think it's a lot of fun. It's one of those weird things. Like, you know, like we talk to the Harmonix people a lot, and it ended up being because we really fucking like Rock Band. It was things like, hey, we should probably talk to these people more because the games they make are good. And then they made some other stuff.
I look at it this way. If it's been 5 years, if they're going to bring it back, they might as well try it now. I mean, we're going to find out one way or the other if people are going to take to it or not. Like, if they keep waiting, I don't think it's like they've given it as much breathing room as they can. So why not just go for it now? Why not?
Yeah, I mean, and do it before Activision brings back Guitar Hero. Or at the exact same time that Activision's bringing back Guitar Hero, perhaps. Because why only have one? Why not make it a full-on nightmare for everyone involved?
Maybe we'll get a new Rock Revolution. Fuck, I don't know.
Yes, Rock Revolution is coming back. I can confirm, as Konami's director of marketing, that we're getting out of the Metal Gear business and bringing back Rock Revolution.
Where's that Banfuse sequel?
Yes, the Banfuse sequel. We're very proud of our drum kit. It's very authentic. We're looking forward to it. Q4. Thank you.
All right, $1 million idea. Free-to-play, energy-based Rock Band 4.
Wait, what? I'm sorry.
Free-to-play, energy-based Rock Band 4.
Don't say that out loud.
I'll give you my address for the check. Also, Kara Ellison's hire.
That's heavy.
That's my
I actually couldn't understand a word he was saying. Did you say free-to-play, energy-based Rock Band 4?
Yes. Sorry, sore throat. Free-to-play, energy-based Rock Band 4.
That seems like a bad idea.
That's just fantastic.
I mean, if you want to say, like, get the instruments, like, get the shell for free, and then they make all their money on licensing the songs, then I would tell you, I bet that would actually put them out of business. But boy, that would be the best way to actually play that thing.
Well, yeah, I have a vendetta. But
yeah.
Anyway, you should still hire Kara Ellison.
I don't know. Energy is...
I'm being sarcastic.
Oh. One of those. I see. Well, those Harmonix cats are, you know, fucking out of their damn minds. And, you know, they've been putting on an additional bonus PAX show for some time now that has nothing to do with the video games they make, which is pretty cool. And we've been lucky to be a part of that for a little bit here. And right now, we have a bit of a situation for Sunday morning's panel. PAXMania is coming up. And we have a little unfinished business we need to take care of here. You know, before the match can go down on Sunday, we have to basically get some contracts signed. So we want to bring up one of the commentators for the PAX PAXW Wrestling League. That'd be Aaron Treitz. Welcome him to this. That's more of you could clap, but you know. All right, Mr. Treitz, the microphone is yours. Let's hear what this is.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here for the official contract signing for the main event for the heavyweight championship of the world at PAXMania this Sunday. May I first introduce to you the challenger from Dirt City, Kansas.
That's not accurate at all.
Dirty Dan Reichert.
Thank you. Who the fuck is booing? I don't hear anybody.
And your champion, hailing from the deepest, darkest woods of Queens, New York, Alex Navarro. I would like to ask both of you to keep this clean. I want no shenanigans. We will treat this with the same grace and dignity as every contract signing in the history of professional wrestling. I have with me the contract right here. As soon as you both sign, we will have a match. Dan, the honor is yours.
I have no problem with that. Okay, there you go. Alex, I want you to notice something there. I added a little something by the bottom there.
What the fuck is this?
I don't want you to worm your way out of this. I know who you are. I kind of know your tactics. So I've added a little stipulation that it's going to be a no disqualification, no mercy match for your title. I'm coming after your belt, Navarro.
You're worried about me weaseling out of this? Your name is Dirty Dan Reichert, for fuck's sake. Do you honestly believe I'm just going to, I'm going to accept the fact that you are going to make changes to the contract? You're not even supposed to be here. You didn't earn this. I should be fighting, I don't know, Samantha Kalman or something.
The people's champion.
You don't get to pull this bullshit like 2 days before our match. And for the record, you couldn't take my belt if you wanted to because I don't even have it right now.
Oh, you mean this?
You son of a bitch!
Nice to see you, Mr. Navarro. Imagine my surprise, the great gruesome Greggy, when he hears PAXMania's coming back to town and he's not in the motherfucking main event. Go back to PAX East, everybody. Watch the footage. Or I'm sorry, PAX Prime, wherever the fuck I am.
Do you even know where you are?
And realize that I walked away with Alex's title, but somehow I'm left out of the main event. Interesting. So I came here a few days early, right to this place, the asshole of America, New England. And I went to PAX Wrestling HQ, and I said, hey, commish, what is going on? And you know what I found out? There's no commissioner. This is we really kind of just throw this thing together. There was just this guy, it was in this basement of this bowling alley candle, I don't know.
For the record, that's my grandfather, my pep.
It's your pep.
It gives my pep something to do.
It's your pep. Yes. Nobody fucking cares about your pep. They care about fake wrestling. So I sat there and I talked to this fucking guy's pep. And the thing we came up with is that there needs to be law and order in PAX Wrestling. There needs to be a commissioner. heard the calls of the fans in this general area, and I am the commissioner of PAX Wrestling. I will bring law and order. Sorry, Dr. Tracksuit. Sorry, John T. Drake. Sorry, Dave Lang. It doesn't matter. I am in control now. So, Alex, if you'd like your belt back right now, all you have to do is sign that little contract. No disqualification, no mercy rules, big deal. What could go wrong on the commission's okay?
Did you honestly think I would just go for this?
Of course not. That's why Pep and I went over your contract. If you don't sign it right now, you forfeit the title. Dirty Dan, whatever the hell his name, he becomes the champion. We all go home. See you in Seattle.
I sign this contract right now, you give me that belt, and that's the end of this.
Right now, I give you old Tracy. I named her Tracy while I had her. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a main event.
As commissioner, I'll take this.
You dumb son of a bitch. You played directly into my hands, you idiot. Remember a couple years ago when I started writing those Air Force Gator books? Yeah?
No, I'm not familiar with those.
Okay, well, I made a little bit of coin off of those, and I used that money. This has been a plan that I've had in my head for years. I've hired the best mercenary army, the best insurance policy that money can buy. Boys?
Looks like there's a new era in PAX Wrestling, Alex. See you Sunday.
Hey, idiot! Oh, fucking get him! Ladies and gentlemen, 10:30 Sunday morning in this very room, join us for the exciting culmination of PAXMania. Thank you. Good night.